Monday morning through Tuesday morning. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and south central Texas, including the following counties: in north central Texas, Falls, Freestone, Kaufman, Limestone, and Navarro. In northeast Texas, Anderson, Henderson, Leon, Rains, and Van Zandt. In south central Texas, Milam and Robertson. When? From Monday morning through Tuesday morning. Impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Extensive street flooding and flooding of creeks and rivers are possible. Additional details: rainfall totals of 4 to 7 inches, with isolated higher amounts up to 10 inches. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect from 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties: in Texas, Leon, Milam, and Robertson. Flood watch remains in effect from 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday through Tuesday morning. What? Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Where? Portions of south central and southeast Texas, including the following areas: in south central Texas, coastal Jackson and inland Jackson. In southeast Texas, Austin, Bolivar Peninsula, Brazoria Islands, Brazos, Burleson, Chambers, coastal Brazoria, coastal Galveston, coastal Harris, coastal Matagorda, Colorado, Fort Bend, Galveston Island, Grimes, Houston, inland Brazoria, inland Galveston, inland Harris, inland Matagorda, Madison, Matagorda Islands, Montgomery, northern Liberty, Polk, San Jacinto, southern Liberty, Trinity, Walker, Waller, Washington, and Wharton. When? From 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday through Tuesday morning. Impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Creeks and streams may rise out of their banks. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Additional details: heavy rain associated with Tropical Storm Beryl is expected to pose a flash flooding threat for southeast Texas. 4 to 10 inches of total rainfall, with some locally higher amounts possible, are expected. This may result in street flooding, as well as rises along area rivers, creeks, streams, and bayous. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Repeating, a flood watch remains in effect from 1 a.m. Central Daylight Time Monday until 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time Tuesday for the following counties: in Texas, Austin, Brazos, Burleson, Grimes, Madison, Walker, Waller, and Washington. Here is the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. Active systems. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Beryl, located over the western Gulf of Mexico. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. Changes to watches and warnings. None current watches and warnings. A storm surge warning, hurricane warning, and tropical storm warning are in effect for Brazoria Islands. A storm surge warning and hurricane warning are in effect for coastal Brazoria, coastal Jackson, coastal Matagorda, and Matagorda Islands. A storm surge warning, tropical storm warning, and hurricane watch are in effect for Galveston Island. A hurricane warning is in effect for inland Brazoria, inland Jackson, inland Matagorda, and Wharton. A storm surge warning and tropical storm warning are in effect for Bolivar Peninsula, Chambers, coastal Galveston, and coastal Harris. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Austin, Brazos, Burleson, Colorado, Fort Bend, Grimes, Houston, inland Galveston, inland Harris, Madison, Montgomery, northern Liberty, Polk, San Jacinto, southern Liberty, Trinity, Walker, Waller, and Washington. Storm information about 180 miles south-southwest of Galveston, Texas, or about 130 miles south-southeast of Matagorda, Texas. 26.8 and 95.5 W. Storm intensity 65 miles per hour. Movement north-northwest or 335 degrees at 12 miles per hour. New information. Tropical storm Beryl continues to move over the western Gulf of Mexico and keeps a northwestward track towards the middle Texas coast this afternoon. Beryl is forecast to strengthen to Category 1 hurricane tonight and make landfall near the east side of Matagorda Bay late tonight or overnight. Once Beryl make landfall, a weakening on its intensity is expected as it moves north-northeast across southeast Texas. Multiple hazards are expected across the area, including hurricane-force winds in and around the Matagorda Bay area, as well as tropical storm-force winds for the rest of southeast Texas as far north as Houston County. Additionally, 4-7 feet of storm surge inundation is expected along the immediate coast. Heavy rainfall is also expected. Rainfall totals of 5-10 inches are possible with locally higher amounts of up to 15 inches. Continue to monitor the progress of Beryl as changes in the track and intensity could still result in changes to the expected impact situation overview. The next local statement will be issued by the National Weather Service in Houston, Galveston, Texas, around 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or sooner if conditions warrant. A tropical storm warning remains in effect for the following counties in Texas: Austin, Brazos, Burleson, Colorado, Fort Bend, Galveston, Grimes, Harris, Houston, Liberty, Madison, Montgomery, Polk, San Jacinto, Trinity, Walker, Waller, and Washington. 5 p.m. observations at College Station, cloudy.